Hello and welcome back to the quest for pace. Now, as the sub 3-hour marathon run is complete, I ran the distance in 2 hours 56 minutes and 34 seconds. I like to present you the gear I used for this run and provide you with some insights into the decision process why I used these items. Let's start with the most important things, the shoes. I went for the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3 shoes. I bought these shoes as they got released, so I bought them on release day. There weren't many reviews out at this time. I just thought, hey, these shoes look fantastic. These shoes might have the potential to carry me over the marathon distance. And yeah, it was a little bit of a gamble, but I thought at this time, okay, I have plenty of time to give them a try. I have plenty of time to just do some test runs in these shoes, and if I'm not feeling comfortable in these shoes, I can always go for a different brand. The gamble was a success. The gamble was really a success. In September, I did a quick half marathon test run where I used these shoes for the very first time. Right from the start of the run, the shoes felt amazing. They were super fast, they were super comfortable. I had no issues whatsoever in these shoes, so I was really enjoying the half marathon run. I even did a PB in this run, so this, I guess, speaks for these shoes. And yeah, I was super happy with these shoes. I was super pleased with these shoes. I used these shoes again for a 36-kilometer long run where I ran at marathon pace. They felt super comfortable, they felt great. So yeah, at this time I knew, okay, these are definitely the shoes I like to use. I enjoyed the marathon run in these shoes. From the beginning they felt amazing, they felt comfortable. And even towards the end of the marathon run, my feet felt great, everything felt great. So they provided an amazing support, they provided an amazing stability. It was just perfect. These shoes are really perfect. These shoes, as strange as it might sound, speaking of a racing shoe, are one of the most comfortable shoes I wore so far. So yeah, these shoes are really fantastic. I think I will provide an in-depth review of the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3 shoes soon, where I really will discuss all the details, all the insights I got while doing a half marathon, a 36-kilometer long run, and my sub 3-hour marathon run. So yeah, shoes are covered. Yeah, when you're speaking of shoes, there's also another important thing, and that is the socks. I went for Danish Endurance socks. I really enjoy this brand. Danish Endurance is an amazing socks company. I really enjoy them. I went for the very thin, very small running socks, so they basically just cover your foot. So there's nothing that supports your calf or anything like this. They are really minimalistic socks, but those socks are the ones I prefer the most. I of course do have also some long running socks where they are a little bit more padded, so these are really thin. They are basically nothing, but they are super comfortable. These socks are really amazing. These socks are fantastic. They are of really good value. They are quite pricey, but they really hold on, they are really comfortable, they are really long lasting. I mean, you can see maybe some wear and tear on the shoe because the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3 shoes are quite abrasive. So this wear and tear is from the shoes themselves, so that's not really a problem with the socks. Speaking of the durability, I just said I do have also some long running socks where they do have some more padding, and yeah, it happened that these long running socks I wore as I was on a road bike trip, and 2 kilometers in this road bike trip I had a flat tire, so at this stage I thought, shall I change the tube right there, or shall I just walk home? As I wore my cycling shoes and with the cleats, they are not really good for walking, I decided, okay, let's walk home on socks. I wore those Danish Endurance long running socks, and even walking on them home for 2 kilometers, they showed no wear and tear. They are really amazing, so I can really speak for that company. And yeah, so I wore these socks. They are also, because they are so lightweight, and a lot of design went into the construction process, so there are no pieces that really rub on your feet, so there's no chance of getting blisters or anything like this. Since I started to wear Danish Endurance socks, I rarely had blisters, so this was fantastic. Also, these socks are amazing no matter if they are wet, if they are dry, if you are running in the rain, whatever you do to these socks, they protect your feet very well. They provide really a good support for your feet in running shoes. And since they do have so many options, like I said, these very minimalistic socks, some long running socks that are more padded, some socks that also go over your calves. This is a little bit too much for me. I prefer those minimalistic socks. So yeah, these were the socks I wore. Speaking of Danish Endurance also produces some more underwear, like these trunks. They are also fantastic. Same thing as for the socks. No shaving, nothing. They are super comfortable. They are really lightweight. They are breathable. They deal well when they get wet, whether from the rain, whether from sweating or so. So these underpants are really amazing. They are super comfortable. They are really great. I started to wear them for the long runs to really make sure that there's no shaving, nothing going on. And yeah, they were perfect. They were perfect again. So I gave these underpants also a good try during the long runs. For the shorts, I went for some split shorts. Once again, I went for the brand Adidas, and I went for the Adi Zero split shorts. They are super comfortable. They are super lightweight. The material, as you can see here, you can basically see myself through the material. So it's very, very breathable. It's very, very thin, very light. I mean, I was running in fall. It was 13 centigrade, so for me it was the perfect conditions. And I really wanted to have some pants that are super lightweight, that provide a lot of mobility. This is really the great thing of these split shorts, where you have no constraints whatsoever, so you have complete freedom, and they are amazing. They are super lightweight, super breathable. So this is great. They really provided me with good support during long runs. I always felt super comfortable, no shaving, nothing, perfect shorts. And yeah, it was all about having complete freedom and just being comfortable all the run along. Finally, for the top, I went for that singlet. So I just like the colorway. I really like this colorway, rainbow-like color on the back, and in the front it's pure black. So yeah, this singlet is amazing. For the top, I had various options. In the end, I went for this singlet because with 13 centigrade it was warm enough for me to just wear a singlet. It was all about getting as much protection from the environments for my upper body, while providing as much breathability and fresh air and cooling as possible. With the quite open area in the back, that's definitely what happened. So there was a lot of good ventilation going on. I really noticed when there was a little bit of a breeze going on during the run. I noticed how I felt this fresh air on my body, and this was amazing. It was really great to cool myself down. I used this singlet for quite some long runs. If you watched the run on Bornholm. I did the long run, the video I released. This was exactly the gear I used during the long run, except for the shoes. The shoes were different shoes I used for that long run, but everything else I used as during that long run, because I wanted really to make sure that I had the right gear. And I also had a t-shirt available in case it would have been a little bit cooler. The most important thing about all the items I wore was that I gave them a thorough and intense try during long runs. So it's not like, hey, you do a 5K or you do a 10K or so. No, during these distances you don't learn so much about the gear. You really have to use them ideally for every long run so that you can really trust in the equipment. This singlet was not my first choice. This singlet just made it into the final selection, because the first choice I had resulted in causing some shavings, and yeah, this was not great. This was really bad, especially when you come back from a long run. You look down on yourself and you see that in the chest area the singlet was suddenly a little bit reddish. So I guess this speaks for itself, that this singlet from this point on was out of the rotation for long runs. So I'm very sorry, I will use you for a shorter run singlet, but you were out. And yeah, so do tests, do a lot of tests. As said, with the socks, I use them for basically every run. Danish Endurance is my favorite brand now for socks, and I knew, okay, I can trust these socks. These socks will result in me having a great feeling, no matter if I sweat, if I not sweat. I will not get blisters. Everything will be great. Same goes for the trunks. So I did lots of long runs in them. I noticed, okay, no shaving, nothing. Everything's great. Same goes for the pants. Well, the pants rarely do shaving, but here it was all about flexibility, about breathability, about being as comfortable as possible. That's what these pants did. And yeah, the singlet never had any issues with shaving, and they provided enough breathability, enough ventilation for the long run. So this was also amazing. So yeah, these were the thoughts, and this was the gear I used. And of course, last but not least, let's highlight the shoes again. The most important part, I guess, for a marathon run are the shoes in general. For a runner, the most important part are shoes, and they perform well. They perform really amazing. As said, an in-depth review will be coming up soon, and yeah, this is the gear I used for the sub 3 hour marathon run. I can just say it is super important to test your gear, to use it ideally on every long run, to really build up some trust that, you know, okay, this gear really provides me with the freedom, with the support I need, and there is no issue of getting injured or anything like that. So yeah, that's my quick discussion of the gear I used. I hope you found it interesting, I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I hope you stay motivated, you stay running. See you!